Hey everybody, welcome back to PV Sci-Fi, where I talk about anything sci-fi related. In today's video, I wanted to kind of address my viewpoint of a debate that I keep seeing online, and apparently it's been going on for a long time. How big is the Death Star? Specifically, the second Death Star. How big is the second Death Star? Well, that's something I kind of want to talk about. You know, there's a lot of debate going around. Is the second Death Star 900 kilometers in diameter? Is it 160? Um, or was the first one 120 and the second one was 160? You see a lot of variants. Star Wars, the films, the canon material, the source material, it doesn't give us any definitive answer either way. It just kind of shows it off. Especially the second Death Star. Now, I'm of the opinion that the second Death Star is in fact 900 kilometers in diameter, and I think I have a way to sort of demonstrate that. If you look right here, we're all familiar with this screenshot right here. This is a shot from Return of the Jedi. It's after the Executor's bridge has been hit, or the Superstar Destroyer's bridge has been hit, and it crashes. It falls down into the Death Star. I think I've seen a claim once in a while, people saying that the gravity of the Death Star was substantial enough that it pulled the Executor into it once it lost its engines or whatever happened. This is kind of a mixed bag, because anything that even 120 kilometer or a spheroid 120 kilometers in diameter would still generate gravity, and I don't know enough about astrophysics to really say, what its gravitational effect would be on objects that are stationary around it. There is another way to kind of prove, or at least demonstrate. Just look at the horizon of the Death Star here. It's nearly, not totally, but it is a nearly perfect flat plane, or what have you. That suggests that it is a very large spheroid. Now, how large? And this could be 120, or like 120, 160 kilometers diameter spheroid, or it could be a 900 kilometer diameter spheroid. There just isn't really any way to know with the information we have at hand. So what I've done is I've sort of prepared a demonstration. I really hope this shows up well enough at this point. Probably not, but I'm going to zoom in anyway. So on the left here, we have a circle that represents the Death Star at 160 kilometers in diameter. And over on the right here is 900 kilometers. Each pixel represents 1 kilometer in this diagram or demonstration, or whatever you want to call this. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in. We're going to zoom in on the left Death Star first, the 160 kilometer one. As you can see, there's a line there on top. That's a 19 pixels. That represents the Executor, because the Executor is 19 kilometers wide, or long. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in about as far as this paint program, which is pretty far. We're going to try and match it up with this shot. So, just kind of do the best we can. So it's not that close, but it is a little more over here, and I think it's a bit more down. See how that matches up. That's fairly close, but as we can see on this horizon is not flat at all. You can see a very, very distinct curve right here. So if we were to believe that the Executor, being 19 kilometers long, was crashing into a 160 diameter spheroid, we should have seen a pretty substantial curve in the horizon, but we didn't. So well, we're not done yet. Let's go over to the 900 kilometer demonstration. We'll just go down one, and then we're going to start zooming in. We're going to do pretty much the same thing here. Line it up as best we can. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. This is not. It's not like I'm an amazing graphic artist here. I apologize for that, but here we go. So let's see how that kind of lines up. That's okay. Could probably be a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. Looks like it's a bit more, slanted than it is. So I could have probably put it more towards the end, but here we see a much more straight horizon right there. It's not a perfect spheroid, or I mean a perfectly straight line, but it's definitely far more straight than the 160 kilometer diameter spheroid showed us. As we can see here, this horizon is not a perfectly straight line. So it matches up more with the 900 kilometer Death Star than it does the 160 kilometer Death Star. Now, does that definitively mean that the Death Star was 900 kilometers in diameter? No, of course not. This could just be a set piece, but we do see somewhat of a curve, just barely noticeable. That could have to do with the fact that we're standing on the surface. This viewpoint right here is the perspective from standing on the surface. Again, I'm not an expert on this kind of thing, but it does stand to reason, given this straight horizon that we see here, it does stand to reason that the Death Star is more likely the second Death Star, is more likely 900 kilometers in diameter than it is than 160. I have other reasons why I think the Death Star, or the second Death Star, is 900 kilometers in diameter. That scene where Vader senses Luke in the shuttle when the shuttle is flying past the bridge of the Executor when they're about to go down to Endor. That scene, you can see the Death Star in the background, and from my point of view, that it looks huge. But that's just my opinion. But like a definitive demonstration, this is the only thing I could think of: a representation of 160 kilometer diameter and a 900 kilometer diameter. It makes sense to me. There could be a little bit of bias for this, because I would prefer the second Death Star be 900 kilometers, simply because that just makes more sense to me. But I could be totally wrong. What do you guys think? Do you think the second Death Star is 160 or 120 or 180 or 200 kilometers in diameter? Or do you think are you like me and you think the Death Star is 900 kilometers in diameter? Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you again very soon.